Yo, it's your boy Oakley. This is What If Naruto Had the Infinity Stones Part 2. The first part will be on Izukage's channel. It will be in the link in the description. So go check that video out and come back. With that being said, let's get into it.
Winner. What you doing out in dick? Slick talker since a jet. Winter time, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag. Disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school. Winter one hell of a kid. I am smoking gas, jogging mid. I'm lit. What you doing out in dick? I swear. Slick talker since a jet. Finesse. I know that this what they want. Facts. Run up some money, I'm gone. I'm out. I'm the truth like Ron. Killer. Sipping lean and saying one. I did it. I taught myself to finesse. For real. I taught myself how to judge. For real. Being broke was no fun. No way. It's winter time all the time. Winter time all the time. I am.
So we start off this edit with Naruto handing Hinata his jacket due to how cold it is, and Naruto leaning and so Hinata things would happen and we're moving on. Naruto would arrive at the training field, so would Sasuke and Sakura, and pretty much Kakashi would come late like usual. He would pretty much remind them what the bell test is, explain it. Sakura would point out why there's only 2 bells. And yeah, Sasuke and Naruto and Sakura would all realize, oh, only 2 of us get past. The team would hide. Naruto would try to conduct his own plan without Sasuke and Sakura, because they don't really fuck with him like that. So pretty much, Naruto is just gonna analyze what Sasuke and Sakura does and tries to find a weak point. So pretty much, Sasuke would pretend to be fooled by Kakashi by grabbing the bell that would fall in the grass and pretty much getting hung by his feet, how Naruto was in the original. Now this is a part of Sasuke's plan. So pretty much Sasuke, he has stole the scroll of sealing because, well, he knows Naruto, he just bodied him. And well, Sasuke, he got a whole lot of anger, you know. So he would conduct his own plan to go steal the scroll of sealing and take some jutsu from there. And no one knew because Mizuki didn't snitch. He wasn't even involved in this. So, hey, Sasuke pretty much has the scroll of sealing in his possession. So pretty much, once Sasuke's pretty much up there, he will be scolded by Kakashi, like, bro, I thought you were supposed to be like the number 1 rookie. Like, what happened? Where's all the intelligence? Where's the strength? So yeah, pretty much he rolls up on Sasuke, about to take the belt from him, and pretty much Sasuke grabs Kakashi's arm and places a seal on him, which without Kakashi noticing actually, and pretty much Kakashi ends up taking the bell though, but the seal actually drains chakra from him. So yeah, it's actually doing that at a rapid speed. So Sasuke would get his foot loose and pretty much body flicker before he falls on the ground, and he would kind of like body flicker into the air, then shoot a fireball jutsu down. So pretty much, yeah, Sakura coming to the mix, Sakura, she would just use chakra to enhance her strength and speed. I feel like that's something that they would be able to be learned in like the academy, because that's kind of basic ninja skills at that point. So yeah, she was already good at chakra control, so might as well just give her that. So pretty much she enhances her speed with chakra and pretty much punches Kakashi in the rib, or it's not as strong as she would have it if Tsunade trained her, but it was still a hard hitting hit, especially when you don't have chakra. So pretty much this will be great teamwork, only if Naruto pulled up and did something, which Naruto is going to do. Naruto, he would throw a shadow clone at Kakashi, which Kakashi would easily be able to block, just really nothing. But he's kind of just like blocks it, and pretty much it just substitution jutsus and into a shadow, it's like a big shuriken, like the shuriken that Mizuki had to try to kill Naruto with. It's something like that, but pretty much like it transforms into like a big shuriken. And pretty much Naruto has these strings attached to it, because you remember when Sasuke used those strings with the fireball jutsu to go try to defeat Orochimaru in the Chunin exams? Let's just say that's a ninja tool. Naruto has them too, so pretty much he kind of like pulling the strings right between the little hole that you would usually grip, and he's kind of, since he's behind Kakashi, he's kind of pulling it towards himself. So if this actually happened, Kakashi would die. Which pretty much Kakashi would realize that, oh shit, there's a chakra, taking seal on my body, which he didn't realize it because it's only been like 40 seconds. So Kakashi takes the seal off him, then uses a substitution jutsu. So the big shuriken, just pretty much just goes right through the substitution jutsu log. Kakashi would pretty much leave the bells behind, so they can just pick them up. It was like, oh shit, we won. And Kakashi come out the bushes, and he pretty much tells them that, hey, teamwork was the whole thing, and they accidentally did that. They accidentally used teamwork. So a month passed, and pretty much they do regular trash, boring missions. And Sasuke and Sakura and Naruto, they've all, trained a little bit, got a little stronger and whatnot, but they all want something better. So they would all ask Hiruzen for a better mission, pretty much. And Hiruzen would pretty much let them go on a C rank mission to the Land of Waves. We all know it's really not a C rank, but, Sasuke, he doesn't know. Naruto doesn't know. He doesn't have the other stones to even know. So Sakura obviously doesn't know. Kakashi, a little suspicious, but they would nonetheless leave the village, and it is what it is, They would pretty much be walking for like an hour or so, and they would walk past a puddle, which, Naruto was like, it hasn't rained in like months. So he kind of thinks that's weird. Sakura, she's not paying attention enough to even notice it. And Sasuke, he would notice, and so would Kakashi. So pretty much most of them are on guard. And Sakura just follows along, seeing them doing the same thing. As the Chunin pretty much come through. The Chunin brothers, they try to attack Kakashi. Kakashi was going to fake his death to see what Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura would do if their team leader died. Naruto, he's gotten a little bit more smarter and mature in this one, so he's not gonna fall. Oh, he's dead, but he knows that he's a fucking Jonin. Like, there's no way he's dying just getting one-shotted like that. So pretty much, he doesn't really believe it, but him and Sasuke take care of the Chunin brothers pretty easily. Naruto, he would pretty much, he has the gauntlet, and he only has the Power Stone. So people who watch part 1 would know that. So if you're not watching part 1, then you wouldn't get this, okay? So go watch it. Fucking crackhead. Anyway, so pretty much, the Power Stone enhances his speed and strength. So he just he literally one-shots the Chunin. Like, Naruto right now has to be high Chunin right now. That's what I think. But high Chunin, Naruto instantly just bodies him, one-shots him. So pretty much Sasuke, he would pretty much jump on one of the Chunin, flip up in the air, and he would do a forbidden Uchiha style fireball jutsu that was in the scroll, and pretty much Fire Beast Bomb just obliterates him, just one-shotted. And pretty much Sakura still over there guarding. So Kakashi pretty much comes back out of a tree, and they would continue along, and for like 45 minutes they would walk, smoke-filled air, and pretty much Zabuza, he's pretty much trying to take out Tazuna, and Haku is pretty much back up in case anything goes wrong. So pretty much whole bunch of smoke everywhere in the air, and Kakashi would have to reveal his Sharingan. Pretty much, Zabuza come through. He starts swinging his sword, and his first target is actually Naruto, because Naruto is actually guarding Tazuna with Sakura, so what he really is going to do is just swing once and pretty much cut all three of them in half. That's his plan. Naruto, pretty much, he can only react upon what he hears. And since Zabuza is pretty much a specialist in doing this, he would almost hear nothing, but hey, the Power Stone enhances his hearing. Let's just say that's how it works. But pretty much, he slightly hears Zabuza, so he pretty much just turns around and blocks his sword with his gauntlet. And pretty much, it actually breaks, or not really breaks the sword in half, but it actually does crack it, which actually throws Zabuza off balance. He's like, what the fuck? And Zabuza does get kicked, which alerts Kakashi. Kakashi, he pretty much pulls up on Zabuza, and Zabuza and Kakashi are having a good old fight. And Sasuke, he was paralyzed in fear just for like at least 5 seconds, because he pretty much or was about to see Naruto, Tazuna, and Sakura about to die. So pretty much, it's like, oh shit. Sakura runs over to Sasuke, being all scared and shit. And pretty much, Kakashi's not getting, it's a little bit less of a fair fight, or it's not really an equal fight, because Zabuza's sword is pretty much breaking. So pretty much, Sasuke, Naruto, and Sakura watching Kakashi. Kakashi pretty much like charges a whole bunch of chakra into his arm, and he pretty much just like breaks the sword. And I'm pretty sure that Zabuza can fix it, but like he can like fix it with some jutsu that he has, but pretty much Haku would have to come through, because Zabuza's sword just broke, and he's not about to have Zabuza die. So pretty much, Kakashi getting double teamed. Naruto, Sasuke come through to help. Sasuke pretty much is about to put his seal on Zabuza, but Haku pretty much engages in a fight with him, and Naruto would see Kakashi get caught into the water bubble jutsu and shit. So he's stuck in that bubble. He tries to tell them to run, but it's already too late. Sasuke is in a fight with Haku. So he orders Naruto to go pretty much help Sasuke. Even though it is an even fight, he knows that Haku's probably holding back, because he is pretty much an apprentice. Not really an apprentice, but he is like a sidekick to Zabuza. And Zabuza's strong, so he just suspects that Haku's a lot stronger than he's pretty much showing them. So pretty much Naruto would slide through, and he would be trapped in the ice mirrors with Sasuke. So he slides through before the ice mirrors get activated. So pretty much, they would start fighting Haku in the ice mirrors. And at first, nothing's really happening. It's really only Sasuke getting hit the most, because Naruto, he's kind of keeping up with it more, but pretty much Sasuke is about to get bodied. He can't do much. He tries to use his fireball jutsu multiple times. It's not getting through, his skull that those type of fireball jutsus are not gonna help. That's not hot enough. And since he sees Naruto just dodging these and pretty much being on par with Haku's speed, he's pretty much like, oh shit, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And he's not even worrying about if he's going to survive or not. He's worrying about trying to one-up Naruto. So pretty much, he's not even paying attention. So he's about to get bodied by a bunch of Senbon about to be thrown at him. And Naruto would have to take a whole body of Senbon for Sasuke. which Sasuke would have to get the Sharingan. And he would unlock his one Tomoe. So pretty much Sasuke actually has a one Tomoe in his left and two Tomoe in the right, like he would in the original. So Naruto would pretty much have a whole bunch of Senbon in him. And Naruto, he would pretty much charge Sasuke with a bunch of chakra, which Sasuke is about to pull off a Genjutsu. And since Naruto knows that he's been wasting all his chakra this whole time, he charges him with like a whole bunch. So pretty much, he's pretty much pulling off a Genjutsu beyond his original power. That's why he would need Naruto to charge him with some chakra. So it is what it is. Naruto would pretty much charge him with the chakra. Sasuke, he would activate the Genjutsu. The mirrors would pretty much fall apart in the Genjutsu. It will pretty much be the same thing that Itachi did to Kakashi. But pretty much that's how he will defeat Haku and the Genjutsu and whatnot. And Haku doesn't really break out. It lasts in the Genjutsu world for at least let's just say 2 to 3 days. Let's just say about that much, because that's about how long Kakashi was in there. So put some real damage on Haku. So Haku is barely alive at this point. The mirror has been gone at this point. So pretty much Naruto has already healed, and he takes the out, the Senbon. He takes the Senbon out of his body because when he's healed, it doesn't really matter to him at this point. Kakashi would already be out of the bubble by this point. Actually, Sakura actually did something for once. So Sakura has been developing Earth release. So yeah. She was throwing a couple of clones around and did some Earth release. And the clones were just doing some Earth release, just fucking around with the ground and shit. And pretty much had enough time to actually get Kakashi out of the bubble. And Kakashi did the same thing that he did to Zabuza. Pretty much, summoned that water dragon jutsu, which Zabuza actually already did too. So pretty much, Kakashi was just following him. He lies to him, saying that he can see in the future and whatnot. Zabuza doesn't get his second chance due to Haku's death. So Haku's not coming through trying to stop the Chidori. So, yeah, Zabuza's dead. It is what it is. Tazuna brings Team 7 to his house and whatnot. Kakashi, he gets knocked out. He used the Sharingan too long. And pretty much, everything goes as normal. The little kids there talking shit. Heroes don't really exist and whatnot. Naruto, he doesn't go as hard as him as he would in the original. But he would try to make him understand. But, he doesn't understand what Naruto's trying to say. So he just leaves it alone. After that, Team 7 just works on chakra control and shit, running up the tree. And Sakura does it first, like in the original. And Sasuke and Naruto continue to do it, fail, and they would eventually do it at the end of the day. So pretty much Naruto is actually left behind when the rest of the Team 7 go and returns to finish the bridge, pretty much, to protect Tazuna when he finished the bridge and whatnot. And the reason why Naruto was left is because he was expelling more chakra than Sasuke, because he was still having a hard time getting used to using chakra, as he mostly been training with the Power Stone in the Gauntlet. So yeah, he's not been worrying about chakra at all. So pretty much he was expelling more chakra than Sasuke. So pretty much Naruto would wake up noticing that these low-life ninjas are trying to attack Tazuna's family without him knowing. So he just pulls up on them with a shadow clone and instantly bodies them. And Naruto would give an inspirational speech to the little kid. He starts crying and shit. And Naruto runs off, and he would return to Team 7. And they pretty much get attacked once Naruto returns by Gato and all his goons, because Zabuza and Haku are dead, and he wasn't really gonna pay them anyway. So Naruto and the rest of Team 7 pretty much pulls up on them, bodies them. Like, it doesn't really matter. They're not important characters. And, Gato, he tries to pick up a sword from, one of his fallen men. And, pretty much, he tries to swing it at Naruto. And Naruto just blocks it. Pretty much breaks the sword, kicks him. And pretty much, Gato's trying to run away. But, nah, Naruto, he's pretty much just... he gets bodied, okay? He gets thrown off the bridge. So pretty much, the whole village, Tazna comes back, and the whole village is happy now. They're not under distress by, fucking Gato and his men. So pretty much, it is what it is. They name it the Great Naruto Bridge. And Naruto returns back to the Leaf Village to see Konoha getting bullied by these two sand ninja and whatnot. Or not really two, but a sand ninja. So Naruto pulls up on him and just tells him to stop. And it kind of starts a little altercation. They don't really do nothing. They're just arguing and whatnot. And Konoha just decides to run away. It's not his problem. So pretty much, Sasuke's in a tree. He throws a rock at the sand ninja. I forgot his name. I don't really care. So pretty much, Gaara pulls up and he pretty much tells him to knock it off, and so does Tamari. And yeah, it is what it is. Gaara asks Sasuke and Naruto's name, and pretty much after that, they would return to Kakashi, as Kakashi would just tell them to go go be there on a random bridge, to go tell them about the Chunin exams. And yeah, just like in the original, Uruga don't really think that they're ready, so they do that little test thing. They pass that easy, and they actually would go on to the Chunin exams. And that's where I'm gonna leave it off. Go check out Izukage's channel, and also go subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I'm out at 9,000. Hey, this ain't cap right here. It's coming out tomorrow, 3 p.m. Be there, V Square.